Stephanie Nass, also known as Chefany, is a food entrepreneur, caterer, and culinary influencer. She's known for her patterned pastries and art-inspired meals with products including cake decorating kits, tableware, and accessories to help people entertain at home. But now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Stephanie is helping in a new way.
Our frontline workers need as much support as possible, and Stephanie is taking care of the people who are taking care of all of us by delivering homemade meals to hospital workers. Our producer, Stefan Doino, caught up with Stephanie to talk about her initiative. Take a look.
When did the idea to start delivering lunches to hospitals strike you, and how do you execute something like that?
In the middle of March, we were preparing for a 500-person catering job when President Trump declared a national emergency. The event was canceled, and I immediately delivered all of the food we had prepared to my local EMS. Then, one of my Instagram followers sent me a message letting me know that her sister, a medical resident at Harlem Hospital, was exhausted from the surge of COVID-19 cases. We ran into the kitchen and started cooking and to drive our first delivery down to Manhattan. We've been making the rounds at hospitals in the area since mid-March.
So you're cooking and serving medical residents, EMS, police, doctors, nurses. How many people would you say each meal feeds?
On delivery days, we're serving between 40 and 150 people.
Stephanie says in the beginning, she was delivering once a week. Since then, demand has increased to 3 to 4 times a week, and she's prepared to do even more.
Food has such a way of comforting people, and it's great for someone like you who works with food on a regular basis to be able to help in that type of way, especially it must fill a creative void during a time like this. So are you developing recipes? How do you choose what to serve such a large group?
Constantly developing recipes. In planning the meals we're bringing to the front line, I'm cognizant of dietary restrictions, the limited time that healthcare workers have to actually eat, and the contagiousness of the virus. So everything is individually packaged, and most things are vegetarian. So it's sandwiches, it's pasta dishes. I'm a firm believer that sweets can heal and bring joy. So brownies, cookies, toffee bars, all that sweet stuff.
And how do you fund an effort like this?
I am funding this out of pocket. It is my honor and pleasure to take care of the people, taking care of America's most vulnerable, and feed these heroes.
Stephanie is delivering meals to hospitals all over New York City, Westchester, and Connecticut, as well as local police stations. And while she can't see the frontline workers' faces, she hopes she's putting a smile behind those masks.
What has the reaction been like at hospitals from the people that you're serving? Have you been able to interact with anyone face to face from a distance? What is the emotion like?
The healthcare workers have been so grateful and appreciative of the food that we're delivering. Of course, because everyone is covered in PPE, we're unable to see tears of joy or big smiles, but it's communicated in words and on text message. And from my perspective, it's so inspiring to see how giving these people are in this time of need.
In addition to helping out in a big way where it's needed most, Stephanie is also inspiring her social media followers who are cooking from home. Our favorite part has to be her quarantine cooking hotline. People take pictures of the ingredients they have on hand. She'll come up with a recipe for them on the spot so they can minimize their trips to the grocery store. Pretty genius.
It is. And as a young business owner, Stephanie just hopes her acts of kindness, big and small, might inspire others to help out any way that they can.
As a young entrepreneur, what would your advice be to people out there who want to help? They don't necessarily know how to help, or they don't feel like they'll make much of a difference.
I think change can start small, and people can help in small ways and large ways. People can donate money to causes supporting those severely impacted. People can donate fabric to become masks. People can bring food to their friends who work in healthcare. People can bring food to their local hospitals. There are all sorts of small things people can do at home that can make a difference.
Normally you cater events, and events unfortunately aren't a reality right now, but they will be again soon. And there's this ongoing conversation about small businesses and large businesses reinventing themselves to really push through. What are you planning to do over the next few months to keep business afloat?
I predict the businesses that will be successful in the future will be the ones that are sensitive and proactively lending a hand today. So I'm embracing every opportunity to pitch in and hope other businesses will earn customers' lifelong trust and loyalty that way. Beyond that, I believe people are going to cook more at home. People are going to make less frequent trips to the grocery store and therefore stretch the ingredients they have on hand. Rather than discarding their lemon rinds or chicken bones, they'll use those things for seasoning and stocks. I think as quarantine restrictions ease and people are excited to socialize with their extended friends and family, they're going to dine in each other's homes and look to the internet for guidance on how to cook and host for the people that they haven't seen in a while. So creating lots of recipe content and sharing cooking techniques in videos and blog posts on my social media channels.
So you think people are going to essentially become more conscious of the food that they eat and the way that they eat it and the people they're with?
I hope that this period of quarantine makes people less wasteful of food and more conscientious about where it's coming from and the types of businesses they're supporting by purchasing food.
Stephanie has also donated fabric tablecloths from her brand Chefany, which are being made into masks for healthcare workers. You can find recipes, tips, tricks, and products over at chefany.com. You can also follow her journey on Instagram at Chefany Nass.